New Mexico is a southwestern state with a wealth of cultural and historical heritage, year-round outdoor activities, and unique landscape features. The Land of Enchantment has plenty to offer visitors and locals alike. But there are a lot of things about New Mexico that many people don't know. Here are 21 interesting facts that will make you see the state in a whole new light. Did you know New Mexico has a thriving film industry? With dozens of movies and television shows being filmed in the state each year. Some notable films shot in New Mexico include The Avengers: Age of Ultron, Breaking Bad, No Country for Old Men, and Transformers. Hollywood has been filming in New Mexico ever since the 40s. There's a hotel called El Rancho Hotel where movie stars would visit and leave autographs behind. Actors like Kirk Douglas, Burt Lancaster, Katharine Hepburn, and Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy have stayed at this hotel while filming in New Mexico. More recently, in our hometown of Las Cruces, we had Bruce Willis, Mel Gibson, and Clint Eastwood stay to film movies in New Mexico. Did you know New Mexico was actually a part of Mexico at one point? Before the Mexican-American War, New Mexico was under Mexican control until the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in 1848. Originally, the Spanish explored and settled the region before it came under Mexican control, so technically it was a Spanish territory turned into a Mexican territory, then turned into a United States territory. Did you know the first ever nuclear bomb was blown up in New Mexico? On July 16th, 1945, the first nuclear bomb ever detonated was set off near White Sands Missile Range. This test was called Trinity, and it marked the beginning of the atomic age. The explosion created a bright light that could be seen for up to 200 miles away and sent a shockwave throughout the state. A lot of interesting things have happened in the deserts of New Mexico, like the first ever photograph from space, the testing of the captured Nazi V-2 rockets, or the time a weather balloon crash landed in Roswell and everybody thought they were aliens. Or is that what the government wants us to think? Did you know in 1975 Microsoft was founded in Albuquerque, New Mexico? Did you know about the International Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque, New Mexico? It is the world's largest hot air balloon festival with over 600 balloons from all over the world. The festival has been held since 1972 and attracts hundreds of thousands of people each year, making it one of the most popular events in New Mexico. A really cool thing about these balloons, they come in all different shapes and sizes, and you really never know what you're gonna see. Did you know New Mexico has a state question? If you're dining in New Mexico, the question is always red or green, referring to chilies, of course. New Mexico is the largest producer of chili in the United States. Odds are, if you ever had hot sauce, its heat probably came from New Mexico. Did you know the oldest government building in the United States is located in Santa Fe, New Mexico? Built in 1610, the Palace of the Governors was originally used as a seat of power for Spanish governors during their rule over what is now New Mexico. The palace has been home to numerous other governing bodies since its construction. It is now used to house a museum of artifacts from throughout New Mexico's past, including traditional Native American items, Spanish religious artifacts, and photographs of old Santa Fe. Did you know New Mexico's White Sands National Monument is the largest collection of white sands in the world? With its vast landscape and rolling hills, the area looks like an ocean of sand, even though it's strictly made of gypsum. Did you know New Mexico is one of the only places you can be in 4 states at once? The Four Corners Monument marks the quadrupoint in the southwestern United States where the states of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Utah meet. It is the only point in the United States shared by 4 states, and people from all over come to visit it. Did you know New Mexico isn't just a desert? New Mexico's diverse landscape is home to a variety of biomes. From the high desert plateau in the eastern part of the state to the mountainous regions of the west, each region has its own distinct characteristic and local plants and animals. Believe it or not, some areas in northern New Mexico are popular for the amount of skiing and lodging you can do in the wintertime. Did you know New Mexico is the 5th largest state in the United States, covering an area of 121,590 square miles? That's bigger than the United Kingdom. However, it only has a population of around 2 million people, which brings us to our next fact. Did you know there's more cows than people in New Mexico? Did you know New Mexico is home to the highest per capita of PhDs in the United States? This is largely due to New Mexico's efforts to invest in research and education, as well as its numerous universities and research institutions that have contributed to a growth of advanced degrees throughout the state. Did you know that New Mexico is home of the UFOs? In New Mexico, there is about 1,000 official reports of UFOs each year. So much so that in the town of Roswell, they have an international UFO museum, and each year a UFO festival where 15,000 people come to attend. Did you know that New Mexico is home of the Tyrannosaurus Rex? New Mexico is home to some of the most important discoveries of prehistoric fossils in the world. Over the past 2 centuries, paleontologists have unearthed over 100 million old fossils that include Tyrannosaurus Rex bones and teeth. The mostly intact fossilized remains were discovered in the San Juan Basin near Farmington, New Mexico, and are now housed at the New Mexico Museum of Natural History and Science. Did you know New Mexico has a state cookie? The bizcochito, or the bizcocho, is a New Mexico cuisine. It's a crisp butter cookie flavored with sugar, cinnamon, and anise. Did you know that the state flag in New Mexico features the colors red and yellow, which represent the colors of Old Spain? The center design is an ancient Zia sun symbol made by the Indians of the Zia Pueblo in ancient times. Did you know New Mexico is one of the most historically significant states in the U.S.? New Mexico dates back thousands of years to when the first Native American group settled in the area. New Mexico was also an important part of the Spanish Empire, with many missions and fortifications built during the colonial period, and the state has 84 national monuments, more than any other state other than Arizona. Did you know that betting on camel and ostrich races are illegal in New Mexico? However, betting on horse races are perfectly fine. Did you know New Mexico is the highest capital city in the United States? Santa Fe has an elevation of 7,000 feet above sea level, which, interestingly enough, is higher than Denver, Colorado, the mile-high city. Did you know that Smokey the Bear lived in New Mexico? It may surprise you to learn that Smokey the Bear was an actual bear. In 1950, a 3-month-old American black bear cub named Smokey had the luck of being found in a 17,000-acre wildfire in New Mexico. His hind legs and paws were badly burned, and he received much-needed care from a ranger with the New Mexico Department of Game and Fish. Well, I hope you guys found this video fun and interesting. I hope you also learned a few fun facts about New Mexico. If you didn't know, we also sell real estate in New Mexico, so if you're curious, please feel free to check out more of our videos or give us a call. I'll see you next time.